I'm Kevin, and I'm joined by my co-host with Harrison Bader like hair.
Yeah, it's a weird ordeal. Katie is just proving to be childish.
Which is why I don't feel I would give $5 million to Jack Campbell.
I don't know. Baseball is one of those sports where anyone who makes the playoffs really can be a contender.
I think the Padres definitely do it.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell gets traded.
Kyrie Irving does have the track record of not being a great locker room fit, or even good locker room fit.
Bader got some luscious locks. I gotta say it.
This is Zach Bigley, the broadcaster for the Frisco Rough Riders, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin. You guys better subscribe.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week. Once again, talking about the wild card race and about a team in the wild card race. And this is the team that I am joined by. That the man has he believed a lot in this team at the start of the year, and it wasn't looking good. But now it is. Austin.
It was not looking good at all, Kevin. I remember I don't know if you remember, I had them as the 2 seed in the AL. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. I remember you had them high in the thing.
I had them as the 2 seed in the AL.
And I was like,
I had Yankees 1, Tigers 2.
Wow. Well, they're not going to be the 2 seed, but they are a playoff team.
At the moment, they're tied with the Twins. I think they have the tiebreaker. But they do play each other, correct? At some point before the end of the year?
Let's see. Man, why am I so bad at typing? And they play the Orioles, and they do not play the Twins.
They don't play the Twins at all?
They do not play the Twins at all. No, they play the Orioles, then the Rays, and White Sox. So
that's for the Twins?
Or for the Tigers.
Tigers.
So not a bad schedule. If you can the Orioles are on a rough stretch right now. Then for the Twins, you have the Red Sox, then the Marlins, then the Orioles. I would say the Tigers have an easier schedule because
that's true. I think it's really going to come down as well to the Orioles decide kind of both of their playoff fates, right? So it's if one team could sweep the Orioles, the other teams get swept. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Orioles win at least one game in both series, but it's going to be tight. But let's just talk about the Tigers for a second. There was serious talk about trading Jack Flaherty, they traded Jack Flaherty to the Padres.
Yes, I will check that as well.
Who was he? Oh, it was Dodgers.
Oh, Dodgers.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And then they also were talking about trading to the Dodgers to Scooble. There's other teams in the mix there, but they did not trade their right now the Cy Young favorite in the AL. They stuck to it, and they've really come around. Whether it's Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter, some of the young guys on the roster, or Scooble and their great pitching staff, they turned it around. And this is whether or not they make the playoffs. I told us this before we recorded. Well, it's always important to make the playoffs. It's always a big thing. Like, you can always win it. I mean, we saw with the Rangers last year. It doesn't really matter what seed you are. But whether or not they make it, next year is going to be it should be a much better start because they're so confident that they can do it. They've proven that they can be a team that contends for the playoffs. And now they just have to get it done this year. And if they don't, again, next year should still be a positive.
Yeah, I agree. This is a team where they have a lot of young guys. You talked about Riley Green. There is Spencer Torkelson still. He hasn't really lived up to the hype yet. But this is a team where it's not Alex Cora. It is former Houston Astros manager. Oh, man, who's their manager?
AJ
Hinch.
AJ Hinch, yeah.
Who kind of helped with the Astros and building that. And I would say this is definitely viewed as a positive. Another thing is, if they can make it into the playoffs, that would be great just from a player standpoint. We saw what happened to the Orioles when they had such a hot start and then they struggled in the playoffs. So getting that playoff experience would be helpful for the Tigers. I don't know why I can't say stuff today. But so I do agree it's just a bonus, especially pitching wise too, for a player like Skubal, as he is. I don't remember what his career ERA has been in the past. He seemed like a guy, there was always talk about his ERA, but if you look at his years, he only played he had a it seems like he only had 8 games in 2020, 5.63 ERA. His ERA has gone down. Last year was 3.52. I think that would be great if he could get into the playoffs just from his standpoint,
Yeah,
because the
just for
playoffs
experience.
hitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitting is just different, I would say, in the playoffs.
100%. I completely agree. I do want to make a sort of a prediction video. We had our in-out maybe, and this will not affect it. I believe we both have him as maybe, correct?
Yes.
I know I had him as maybe. I'm looking at my piece of paper right now. But let's predict. Do the Tigers make the playoffs? Yes or no?
Looking at their schedule, yes.
I'm also going to say yes. I think they do. We will agree. Their schedule not,
given
but
them-
also they're hot. They've played well. They've won against good teams, and sometimes that's all you need is the confidence that they have built over the past couple weeks to push them into the playoffs.
And looking at the Orioles series, that's a huge series. If they can sneak out with 2 wins, that'd be huge. Win the series. But
Yeah.
even just get a win, and then you have a really good chance of ending the season hot. But we did give them the Outsiders Opinions curse. I don't know if you are aware of that.
I'm not. Educate me and the viewers.
It seems like whenever Austin and I agree on something, like a team winning, goes back to 2020 when after game 1, we agreed, Stars are going to win this. Stars did not win this. There may be sometimes we agree. I don't know if we agreed on the Super Bowl. Did we agree on the Chiefs?
I don't believe so.
And then there's the Suns Bucks. I've been keeping in mind part of this. There is the Suns Bucks NBA series playoffs. We were recording after game 2. We're like, Suns are going to win this. The Suns did not win it. I think we may have agreed the Rangers make the playoffs this season. That's not looking so good. So there is precedent of whenever Austin and I both
this will
agree on
truly
something.
prove it, in my opinion. The other team that I think has a serious shot right now, Boston. If they win today, we'll see what happens there. Even if they lose, they're still in a decent spot. But they play the Twins in the next series. So if they could sweep in Fenway, Boston plays them in Fenway. So if they win tonight and then win the series in a sweep, they're now tied with the Twins. So it's going to be big for the Tigers to take advantage of the fact that the Boston's playing in a series against the Twins. The Twins have a tough opponent, and it's going to be close. We'll see whether or not you and I have cursed them or whatever happens in that regard. But because Boston plays Minnesota, Toronto, and Tampa Bay. Toronto is definitely out of the playoffs. Tampa's not completely out. We'll end up seeing kind of how that shakes out, whether based on tonight, because the Rays, if they're going to make the playoffs, desperately have to win this game.
Yeah, and don't forget World Series champs. It's not over till it's over. But
it's over. It's way over.
No, it's not. No one thought we'd win.
Kevin, there's 7 games below 500. It's way over.
They can believe. There's always a chance mathematically.
There's no chance. It's over.
Okay. No, but Tigers fans, if we cursed you, I apologize. Hopefully we didn't. But I'll let Austin close this one out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Do you guys think the Tigers end up making the playoffs? As we're recording right now, they're tied with the Twins, and this resurgence from them has been huge, and we'll see how it ends up turning out. Thank you guys again.